Welcome back. So I've added the chrome rim to the rev counter, and I was going to use these rings for the dummy gauges, but they're not really silver. I don't know if you can see that. Got a slight gold tint to them over chrome, and they're not really the right profile. So what I've done is replicate this profile on a smaller scale on the end of this piece of aluminium. So I'm just going to part that off, and that should be matching this sort of shape. It's quite shiny. I'll give it a final polish, and that should make the gauges look a bit more in keeping, as if they're from the same gauge manufacturer. So that is the kind of finished gauge ring. Just need to deburr it slightly, but you can see it's the same profile and it catches the light in the same way, whereas I think those would have looked, I suppose you'd have to look pretty close, but if you see those on there, maybe they wouldn't look so good. Let's just make another 4 of those. Okay, that's 5 of those made. I've polished them. They were really shiny, but I've had to give them a coat of clear lacquer, but they're the right profile, and once the dash is covered with leather, they should look good. Let's give it a covering. Okay, removed the lacquer from these now because they kind of lost all their shine, so they looked a bit odd. So I've taken those off, just wax polished them to give them some protection. I've got a couple of pictures from a GTO dash here. One's in colour, it's the same picture, one's in colour, one's in black and white. And what I'm going to do is just cut out these gauges to put behind these pieces of alley to make the gauges up. And then I've got a couple of, or 3 different lights to use as indicator lights. So the lights are on, ignition's on, indicators are on. So I need to put those in. You can see at the top of that dash. The dashes seem to vary. Some of them have 3 on this side, some of them have 3 on that side, but it's always a 3 and a 2. So I've just painted that black. I'm going to cut some holes in it, and let's go and do that. So that's a test fit. I've covered the top and the binnacle with leather, which still needs trimming at the edges. So next is to start trimming this tunnel section and the switches in here on that silver section. But that is it for today. That's the sort of dashboard ready. Thanks for watching. Keep safe with all the coronavirus stuff going around, and I should see you next week.